Hello, friends. Right now, I'd like to show you a kind of a fun family or friends game, and it is called categories. So, we're going to divide everything that there is in the world into animal, vegetable, there's a V for vegetable, or mineral. Now, if you're playing with older kids, and adults and teens and that sort of thing. Make this very, very, very difficult. Uh, but let me just put some ground rules out there for animal. Animal would be anything that is a living, growing thing. Okay. And if you're working with little guys, it will be pretty obvious that the animal is an animal. If you're working with older people, uh, the target might be something like a scoop of ice cream or a scrambled egg. Now, those are not actually living things, but they do originate uh, in the animal world. So, if I say a scoop of ice cream, that would be in the category animal. Now, category vegetable. Okay, so yes, it would be things like peas and broccoli and lima beans, but it would also include things like trees, poison ivy, growing things that are from the vegetative world. And the last and hardest category is mineral. Mineral. So that would be something that is not and never has been living. It is comes out of the ground. So I have for mineral, we have this beautiful gigantic diamond ring would be a mineral, okay? But so would a bicycle, okay? That's made out of metal that is dug up from the ground and then made into a bicycle. So, in order to play categories, you can have teams or you can just have a bunch of people sitting around and you put the cards out. You put the cards out, and the person who is it at that point is going to think of something in their mind secretly that is either animal, vegetable, or mineral. So they are going to put out the card that is the correct category for their guess. And then I'm going to get a little bit of help from my friend Henrietta here, who happens to be a timer. Now, if you don't have a timer at your house, like this, I'm going to set Henrietta for 5 minutes. And the other people are going to have to guess the correct answer that's in the person's head before Henrietta dings. Or if you absolutely don't even have like an oven timer or anything that you can use, it's perfectly okay to say maybe the other players are going to get a total of 10 guesses or 20 guesses. Okay, so if we run through this very quickly, perhaps I will choose something from the animal category. Okay, and just to give you an example, somebody might ask, is it an animal that lives in the zoo? And I would say yes. So I'm only going to give you a yes or no. That's all. If you can't say, like, what color is the animal? What does the animal like to eat? You can just say yes or no question. So, is it an animal that lives in the zoo? Yes. Is it an animal that eats meat? No. Is it an animal that helps people? No, not really a working animal. Is it an animal that has claws on its feet? No. Is it an animal that has hooves? Yes, it does. Is it an animal? Is it an animal that lives uh, when it's not in the zoo? Does it live in Africa? Yes, it does. Okay, so we've got an animal that lives in the zoo. It comes from Africa. Uh, it has hooves on its feet. Uh, does it have a very, very long neck? Yes. Is it a giraffe? Yes. So the person who guesses that it was a giraffe is going to be the person who goes on to have the next question. Now, let me tell you that we used to play this in college, and the older people get, these answers can be very, very difficult, but it's also lots of fun. And if you know the people very, very well, sometimes by knowing the psychology of the individual, you might guess, like if you have somebody in your family who is absolutely crazy about cats, you might find them guessing cats as animals, or they might be trying to get you to think of a certain plant, possibly catnip. So this is going to be a very, very easy game to play. All you need is your brains and some friends, and you need 3 little cards: the animal card, the vegetable card, and the mineral card, and some way of keeping time. If you don't have a little timer on your oven or a little chicken like Henrietta, you can always keep time by deciding how many guesses. Oh, and there goes Henrietta. So our time is up, and I hope you will try playing categories: animal, vegetable, or mineral. Thank you.